good?
I think so.
Jamie's going to have a panic attack.
Oh, it's a morning and a half. Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
It has been a morning and I've barely even seen you.
Yeah.
Welcome back to episode 29? 29. I'm pretty sure it's 29. To Salty Blowie. How was your morning?
Busy, and not going well. Or I don't say it's not going well. It's fine. It's just been issues and I don't do well. So I'm pretty laid back for the most part, like just kind of go with the flow type of thing until it comes to my business. And when things aren't going smoothly with the business, it just flusters me. And the only thing that ever doesn't go smoothly with the business is usually gun related. And that was this morning. So I've had some issues with my gun over the last couple of weeks. And mind you, I have like 4 backup guns and they all work fine, but I like this particular gun just because I've been using it now for over a year and I just really like it's quiet. When it works the way it's supposed to, I really like it, but it is a different brand than my backup guns that I've always had. And I never had any of these issues that I'm having with this gun with those ones. The only reasons I've ever gotten new guns is because the hoses wear out from me holding it. The hose that hangs down, it starts to wear off. And so buying a hose by itself is actually almost as expensive as just buying a whole unit. So I just buy new guns because you can't have enough guns, for these reasons. But anyway, so I had one of my best friends and her now soon-to-be sister-in-law. I had her bridal tan this morning. She's getting married on Monday in Vegas. We were supposed to be there, but Monday weddings are a little bit difficult for us to make. But anyway, I have to burp.
Oh, all right.
my gun was
nice.
acting up the whole time, and I could have just switched it out and probably made things go a lot quicker. But I was just frustrated because I kept fixing it, and then I would fix it, and it would stop working again. So normally they're both tiny.
Sorry.
I've been tanning them for so long that... Shut up. That was rude.
No, I wasn't yawning at your story. I really
I'm sure you were.
yawned.
But usually I can tan them both in like 8 minutes or less. And it took me the full time to get through both of their tans. Not because of them, but because of my stupid gun. So that was driving me crazy. Then I'm texting him to letting him know I'm on my way. And he's not getting my text messages because he had an issue on his end.
That flusters her. She's like,
and I'm like, dude, I know
it shows delivered.
It shows delivered, but he's not responding, which tells me he's not getting them because I can see he's on social media right now. So I know he's actually on the phone or on, where he should be getting them. So I knew something because we had this issue last week. So I knew they weren't going through. But I just like to let him know why I'm on my way because we had this plan. So we have plans. So we have, otherwise I don't care. Like, it's no big deal. Like, we don't communicate very much throughout the day anyway.
So I got my new computer, and when I set that up, it basically took priority from my Apple ID. And so if the computer is on, Jamie's the only one that I text through the computer with. She's the only contact I have in my computer. And so...
You're fine. I have to put this outside for my client.
I'm not giving you the look for leaving. I'm giving you the look for yes, when the computer is on, so I had it charging for today's episode. So when it's on, all the texts go to the computer, but my iPhone doesn't receive them. So I essentially had to turn my phone on airplane mode, sign out of Apple ID, sign back in, and merge everything back together. So yeah, now it's going back on. But what makes sure show that they've seen is when the computer's on and iMessages is open, it's delivered there. So it shows that they have been open because the computer's open. So yeah, confusing as hell, but that's all fixed now. So
yes. And then
yeah,
I have clients picking up
nobody hears you.
Oh. And then I have clients
God
picking up self-tanning mousse, and so I have my little system of when they pick it up. Well, communicating is important, and I'm trying to communicate with somebody. Well, when do you want me to put it out? And so now that's why I left. She's on her way to pick her stuff up because the way where I put it, it's in the sun. Then I've had something in my contact for my right eye, so if I'm doing weird faces. And what else? I'm hungry.
Are you sure we should go to the beach today?
Yes, I need to just
Something's
veg. I need to just veg. So now I need to respond and let her know that it's out there, but I put it in a different spot because it's in the shade right now.
Okay, so Yes, that has been our morning. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's been my morning. Your
Um,
morning's probably been fine.
uh, yeah, so we hope you all had a good 4th of July. We kept it chill, we kept it easy. We were not part of the 9 or 10 fires that were in the area from the fireworks. But we did get to play beer pong. So,
For what?
4th of July.
Oh, well, I can't
You're
text
so
and
bad at
I can't
multitasking.
when I'm
She's the
texting.
worst.
If I'm trying to talk or listen when I'm texting, I'll start texting what I'm saying to somebody else or what I'm hearing from somebody else, and then the text makes no sense. So.
Jesus. So I'll post the video in, but yeah, we played some beer pong. Jamie hit her first 2 shots. It was a pretty funny video.
Back to back, even.
Back to back.
Yes.
So we got to play that, and then Jamie's gonna become an alcoholic because the other night she wanted to play flip cup with me just randomly to test her
I practiced
skills.
my skills. Megan and Pat do it, and I still won.
So
I was doing good.
Yeah, we had a fun and safe 4th of July, and like I said, we were not part of the 10 local fires that took place.
No, just a little backyard barbecue with friends.
So yes. Gosh, I feel like this week has been a whirlwind. We had a long middle of the week beach day, which we normally don't get to do during the week. So I fucked up big time as a dad move. So for some reason on Wednesday when we went to the beach, Jamie stepped on a fucking shell like within minutes of getting there.
We were just literally walking to our spot of where our friends were to meet them, and I always kick off my flip-flops because walking in the freaking sand with shoes and flip-flops, you just kick sand everywhere. So I thought it'd be better, let's just take them off and start walking across the beach. And I kid you not, 3 minutes across, I stepped on, I felt it, I felt my foot, it hurt, felt something go in my foot, and
so she's getting first aid because one of her friends has a first aid kit, whatever. And because she's doing that, all the other kids are in the water, and Cruz is like, I need fucking sprayed. So I decided to spray him. Well, Wednesday night, he's telling me that he, got a rug burn. I'm like, whatever, you're just rolling around. Thursday morning, he wakes up and I'm at work, so...
No, he was still sleeping when I went in and checked on the kids because he sleeps so long. Like, everybody else is up, and I went and looked at him, and he doesn't sleep with clothes on, just his chonies and shorts, and I could tell his body looked red.
But he woke up and said, oh my God, rug burn, blah, 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 to Mom, and she's like, oh, you got a sunburn, and she looks at him, and so I either had a stroke while I was spraying him, or... I thought his body was a canvas because he had lines. There was like 2 lines on the middle of his back, part of his shoulders. Like, I fucked up so bad, and the poor little kid it wasn't a gnarly one, but enough to sting.
He's never had a sunburn because
sunburn.
I lather him up really well.
So that's why he was calling it a rug burn.
So
he
he thought rug burn. He's like, he woke up and he's like, I didn't sleep very well, Mom, because my rug burn. And I was like, it's not a rug burn, dude. I was like, you have a sunburn. I said, 1, Daddy probably missed some spots, and 2, should have been reapplied though at some point while we were out there because he does play in the water a lot, but. Yeah, so Daddy gave a shitty job of lathering him up. I think he just went, shh, and so everything that didn't hit, it just burned.
I didn't. I just held it too close, and then just, it was more of a stream than a spray. So
yeah.
But I need to get better at that because I need to start doing that on myself. Coming from a family that has skin cancer, and my grandpa is constantly going and getting stuff plucked off his face or neck or whatever. And being that I landscape throughout the week, I need to. I just told Jamie I need to order a gardening hat.
But it took his friend to have a discussion with him while they were at the beach about protecting themselves and skin cancer. Not his wife, who's an advocate for tanning bed or not using tanning beds, for applying sunscreen to every single one of her clients, letting them know you protect yourself. You're still, you're getting sprayed, but it's not protecting you. A spray tan. I have been telling him sunscreen, 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 sunscreen.
It
And
didn't.
and it's like I come off as a nagging wife, though. That's what's
No.
irritating is like he just looks at me and brushes me off like I'm a naggy wife. I check his moles a little bit and he gets mad when I'm up in his face looking at certain ones, because I did go through that program or a certification for that too, as far as like, because I do see naked bodies. And so I see areas of people's bodies that they don't even see, like on their back and stuff. So I tan people so regularly that, I can notice when a client has like a new mole and stuff. And obviously he's my husband. So he's outside all the time. And yeah, like he said, he has skin cancer in his family. But he never listens to me. Every time we go to the beach, you want this? No, I'm fine.
This is her assuming, though. It wasn't a friend that made me think that I need to start doing it again, because I told him, I was like, I'll be fine. He is not the one that convinced me.
Oh.
I got
Well, you wanted a hat like his now, even though I wanted to buy that a
No,
while ago.
when you showed me that hat a month ago, I was, oh, that's a sick hat. My grandpa nags me every fucking time I'm over there, and he's like, he has one in the garage. He's like, just take it. I'm like, no, So I get nagged from all over the place, but it's not nagging because it's just looking out. You assume I think it's nagging, but it's
Yeah,
not.
but because you get all like, I'm fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
and
but
so I don't even say anything anymore. Like, I'll maybe once say, you want this? No? Okay. And so it is what it is.
So, anyways, it's not the nagging that has me thinking about doing it. I got a bad sunburn at the beginning of summer, or maybe towards the end of spring, where the back of my legs blistered really, really bad. And then Wednesday, I got burned pretty bad, but it actually went away pretty quickly. It only lasted a day. It wasn't one of the worst ones I had, but that spot on my legs got burned again. And so we are definitely going to the beach a lot more these days, and probably will throughout the summer, just because we can't go anywhere else during quarantine. So,
well, we enjoy it too.
And we do enjoy it. So, and Jamie and I don't go for a couple hours and then leave.
No,
we
I
are
like to stay
there
for their hours
all the time.
No,
so.
like even I mean, I did drop the ball, but I was so caught up, I think, in all my friends, and then I was so distracted because I had this freaking, my foot still hurts, like it's still sore from that seashell going into
It's
it.
a weird spot
I
that went
actually
in your
didn't
foot.
even lather up myself, and I'm really good about it. I made sure the kids did, but I got a little bit of a burn. I felt it in the shower that evening, but I've been wearing a hat every time I go to the beach now to protect my face and my skin. Ultimately we're adults, so the skin damage is already done. That's already, if you're going to get skin cancer, it's actually probably from something as a child or at a younger age. But people don't realize that when you get a sunburn, that even though if it goes away, like, it turns into a tan like overnight or the next 2 days, your skin is still damaged. Like you can have, the effects of that sunburn for up to a month at a time. I experience that with my tanning business all the time as well. People don't, people have, results, less than perfect results from their spray tan. And, normally they always have beautiful tans, and we'll figure out that like, 3 weeks ago, yeah, I did get sunburn, but I thought it was gone, and I'm like, oh no, your skin's still damaged. So, it's interesting though. It really truly is. And, so I was actually, even though I rolled my eyes because I was like, okay, now you're going to protect yourself, I still am happy that he's actually considering, throwing on some sunscreen and protecting his skin, because he is outside all the time, and it does stress me out.
Years ago, when it was me and my buddy, when he owned the business, he put lotion on his ears and back of his neck every fucking day and wore a hat. He did it back then, 8 years ago, So, yeah, it's just something that, like Jamie said, the damage is already done, but what can you prevent now from having to get worse? So.
And because you're getting older, aging too. I mean, sun is so harsh. It is so harsh. That's a lot of the reason why I still am protecting myself too, because it does I can't think of the word I need to think of.
So, had a, what's nice is that I was able to move my route around in the middle of the week, so that Wednesday I could go and enjoy the beach day, and it was actually nice to have that split and made the week go by a little bit faster. So, that was good. So, my mom and younger brother and his girlfriend and my mom's husband, John, are going to Colorado next week. They're going to go whitewater rafting. They're going to go to Copper Mountain, go on some hikes. So they have a cruise this weekend because we wanted to see him before we go. So we have a full day together. We were kind of looking for the staycation route, but it's insane right now. All the hotels in the cities are dirt cheap because you can't do anything. Everything's boarded up. There's still a lot of shit going on, and I don't know if it's because it's peak season or if because people are traveling here on the weekends, but the whole coast, everywhere is just so expensive right now. Our typical hotels that we can normally get around, 190, around 200, 215 range, are right now are pushing 450.
Yeah. So
Between
like I
375
even
and 450.
downloaded this app that's Hotel Tonight to
Is that the one Michelle told you about?
I think it is, and it tells you like it's when they have last minute rooms available, like the same day of. A friend of mine actually only travels using this app. Like she'll take off to Santa Monica, LA, or whatever without a room booked, and she's like, oh, I'll just book it later. She goes, it has never failed us. We never do. It stresses me out, the idea of waiting to the last second to book a room.
What's it called?
This one, I'm not sure it's the same one that she uses, but it's called Hotel Tonight.
Okay, I'll message me that so I can put it in the video while it's up.
Okay. So I put it in last night, and I wasn't impressed with anything in Pismo or Avila,
wow.
but today they've dropped a little bit. Like my special one they offered me is available for 15 minutes right now. Sandcastle Hotel on the beach. It has a 93% rating, so it was $443 for the night. They have 2 rooms left, and they're offering it to me for $280. Now, that's still high for us. Like, it's hard for me to justify over 200 even for a room that's 30 minutes from our home, and they don't let you pick your room. So a hotel gives you whatever's left.
That
and so
sucks.
We would pay that maybe if we can guarantee we are going to get that ocean view for the night, but we could be on the other side, on the street side, and not even see the ocean. So that would be disappointing, and these are non-refundable. They offered the Inn at the Cove is going for, which is one that we've stayed at, $449, and right now the deal is $339. So they're still super high. I mean, there's some cheap ones for $100 and slow, but that's pointless. I'm just coming home. And then there's another one at the Cliffs, which is really, really nice, for $297. So it's really interesting. I'm going to continue to keep this app just because, I am seeing, some pretty cool, prices and stuff. And, if we ever do, travel out of the area, but yeah, for me, if I'm not guaranteed an ocean view, and all of those hotels are on a street too, so you're either going to get an ocean view or a corner ocean or a street view, and I'm guessing that those are probably not ocean views. So I just can't see dropping, because with fees and stuff, it's going to come to over 300. So
yeah, that's the fact. Yeah, the fact that you can't do that with the room makes it tough and choose.
I was hoping this morning I would log on and they would have something, for like $150, just because might as well fill the room, but no such luck today. So we will be coming home. I was hoping, because I have some work I want to work on, and I was hoping to bring the laptop and get a room and just chill on the patio.
I know.
Oh, sounds so good still.
I know.
Hey, I'll just pay the $300.
Gosh, damn it.
It's fine. I have a tan training on Monday. Maybe I'll just do it. Ugh.
So this is cool. So right now I'm doing a screen grab, and it'll show what I'm recording. But like this, we don't typically look in the Cayuga San Simeon area right now, but this is called the Cavalier Oceanfront Resort, and this is I think part of the Shore Cliff, like all those guys that own those hotels. I think it's part of that, but just in San Simeon.
Oh, okay.
But this is $287.
Oh, okay.
But it's
that's pretty.
Right, the beach, the sand is right there, so you get how close it is
that's
to
actually
the.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Let's see if I put in.
So here's actually the room with the view is $377.
$270. And what's that through?
That's through the Cavalier Oceanfront Resort website.
It's from their actual website.
So their cheapest room is $278, and that is a standard king with a sofa bed.
And what's that called?
The Cavalier Oceanfront Resort, and that's in San Simeon.
Bummer, because there's a Sea Breeze Inn for only $161 in San Simeon.
That's the one that looks like people get murdered there that we drive by. I'm pretty sure.
Like the one where the restaurant is I used to work at, like the Motel 6?
I think so. I think it's close to there.
That's a lot of creepers. Cambria Palms Motel,
so
164.
This is their cheap room, but look at the
Pelican
view.
Inn. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I was hoping
you look at the other rooms across the street.
Oh, that's the same
that's
place
the one,
you were talking about.
Yes. So I mean, I guess you could get a window and look over there, but look how much farther away you are from the ocean.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing about these places is you don't get a pick. So they're
When
going to give you whatever they have left.
Jamie and I go to be right above the ocean. We don't go to.
Yeah, like that's the main thing. That's always the stipulation. Yeah, let's do a staycation as long as it's a beach view.
So
there's a pretty one, Best Western Marcos Inn, and it has a view of the Morro Rock. But I mean, you're not guaranteed that view, and that's still $267.
There's some cool ones like the Estero Inn. Is that what you just said?
No,
the Estero Inn in Morro Bay is really cool because it's right there on the bay, and your room goes right onto the big dock.
Yeah.
But in the bay, you don't really hear. I don't know if there's not waves that you really hear because it's so calm in the bay. So, you're paying for more than the view and the ambiance rather than being able to hear. Like when we stay at the Shore Cliff or the Inn at the Cove, we're hearing the waves crash because it's that big cliffside right there. So.
Oh God! Look at this place in Morro Bay. It's all charming. Look how ugly. Ugh.
God.
Charmingly, like they haven't updated it since the 40s.
Yeah.
Well, pass.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there definitely that just confirms there will be no staycationing today.
Yeah.
That's
so and maybe prices are still high because it was just 4th of July weekend. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be like that because it's summer and people are trying to recover.
Well, I think hotels are still not at capacity either. So if I understand, like if they're only filling half their rooms or, 3/4 of their rooms, they've got some vacancies. So they're trying to make up for lost money too. But I don't know. I'm not sure because even the Paso ones are really high. I mean, I would never stay in Paso. I'd live here. But it's even their rooms are pretty pricey, but it is a touristy area.
Allegretto was almost $500 when I was looking.
There's one on here for $267 at Allegretto, which is cheaper, but still. Anyway,
the only way I would do Allegretto is if we made it like the true dining experience and did the whole tour and everything.
Yeah, but there you have no view. I don't need a view of vineyards. Like that's just not my jam. So.
Yeah. So with 4th of July weekend, I thought it'd be fun and. It's not a topic that's new or been stolen from anybody. In fact, I just heard it on Bussin' with the Boys. They were talking about it because it's 4th of July weekend. But I want to do, and it could be easy, so we might be able to get through this quick since we are leaving. But rate your favorite holidays from number 1 to however far you want to go.
Oh, me first?
Yeah.
So there's like down order of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Who are you saying does this? What are you saying?
They were just talking, because 4th of July, they were talking about 4th of July weekend from when you were like a college student, like to what it is now, and some of them were talking about 4th of July being their favorite.
It is some people's favorite
holiday.
It's not my favorite. I mean, we always I don't know. We were always busy. We always did stuff, but I don't know. I guess it's never been one of my main favorites. My favorite's always been Christmas.
Christmas would be number 1.
Christmas. Over the years, I've grown to love Halloween. I did not like Halloween growing up, to be honest. Like, it definitely has been a change. But I enjoy it more now as an adult. So, I don't know. I guess Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving to me is just like a big family dinner. And we do that on Christmas as well.
I think I like Thanksgiving just because it just runs in with Christmas.
Yeah.
It feels like it's just part of.
It's a whole holiday season.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else is there?
4th of July, Memorial, St. Patrick's Day, your birthday.
My birthdays and the kids' birthdays. I enjoy those, even though they all fall in the same timeline. So then it's like expensive. What else?
Not birthdays.
Oh, why? Birthdays are a holiday.
Yeah, but it's not consistent with everyone else that rates holidays.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to rate other people's birthdays.
Oh, okay. So I guess not birthdays.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, I love my grandpa's birthday. It's the best
I didn't
every
say that.
year.
I said mine and the kids.
Yeah, it doesn't count to other people.
Oh.
So you'd have.
I think Valentine's Day is stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's just a dumb one.
Did you have Halloween over Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving over Halloween?
Before it would have been Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, but now it's Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving. I feel like St. Patrick's Day is just an excuse to everybody to go drink. I don't know what the true meaning behind it is. Valentine's Day, I think, is just an overrated, stupid one.
It's just a marketing money grab
It's
for
just a
like,
dumb one. And that's how I've
yeah,
always felt. It's not like I just got older and crotchety and grumpy and I'm like, that's so stupid. I really have just, I mean, we acknowledge it, but it's not like the end of the world if we didn't. Like,
yeah.
it's not that big of a deal. 4th of July, I do enjoy, like, especially when we had things like we did. I enjoyed them as a child. You know, that was always fun. Obviously, as an adult now, you understand the meanings behind it. I know this year is a little bit weird, celebrating freedom and all the other controversy going on. So it was a little different. So more of just a fun barbecue with friends. What else is there?
I feel like my growing up, my grandma always she celebrated every fucking holiday. She just wanted people to get together.
Mm-hmm.
So St. Patrick's Day, they went all out every year. We never went to the we maybe went to one party, but they went all out. 4th of July, Jamie's first time with the whole family was a 4th of July party where either that it wasn't that day, but I think the next day or something they took our great fucking grandma to go see Magic Mike. With my cousin April.
I went with
Who
all the girls and
else?
we took up a whole row, literally,
A whole
like a
row.
whole movie theater row, and it was sold out. So all that was left was the very front row, which everybody hates that row. It shouldn't even be a row; they should start back farther. But we literally were sitting in the very front row like this, and we kept watching great great grandma, great
But
grandma, or great grandma.
great grandma, yeah.
Cruise's great great.
Yes, yeah. So 4th of July that year was spent between neighbors' houses. We were just going back and forth between the two houses because the neighbors had a pool. But 4th of July growing up, we always just went to Templeton for fireworks. Atascadero used to do fireworks, so once they stopped doing that, that's when we started going to Templeton. We usually just go in Grandpa's driveway and just light them all in there. But never like big. We just did whatever everybody else did around the area. Christmas was always the biggest growing up. I mean, my grandpa would get cards from people that would travel our whole growing up both our neighbors there was a set of 3 houses on Del Rio that just did lights that were crazy every year and people would travel to see them and every year be in the newspaper they'd talk about it. It was just huge. So Christmas was always big, especially with all the grandkids. Halloween, I think I just love the decorations of Halloween.
Well, I think that's what it is. I never been big on trick or treating or anything. Like,
So I love trick-or-treating,
you
just
know,
being out.
I like the aftermath. I like to scan all the candy.
And
But
every year, Jamie and I are like, we need to get more Halloween decorations, and we never do. That Michael's always has the coolest Halloween decorations, and we just don't have a place to put them or make it look cute in our
well, we
in our
can. We
house.
just they're cute decor is not cheap either. Like,
True,
I need to get stuff like days later when everything's on clearance for like 75% off, and just get nice tubs and keep it all separate like we do the Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
In the ornaments and everything.
Yeah.
But no, and I have noticed as I've gotten older though, I know and having a family and stuff, holidays stress me out more than they did as a kid. I miss the innocence of being a child and just like waking up Christmas morning and knowing all the family was coming and eating and having a blast. Now it's like freaking expensive ass holiday. Like it just starts stressing me out. Now I understand why people start shopping like in January and putting stuff aside all year long,
Yeah, the
for
last
that.
2 years especially, she
'Cause,
goes stress case.
it is. It is. And I know it's not about presents and giving, and it's hard because I always have wanted to give my kids the Christmases that I had, which were insane. And I've never been able to, but, so, and my kids aren't even like that anyways. They're not the type to like wake up like, I only got X amount of presents, They've always been so appreciative and thankful for whatever we do for them, but it's still always been something that bugs me, and it shouldn't, but.
So yeah, I'd have Christmas first, Halloween second. Thanksgiving I love. It's just it's that time of year where the wind is cold, all the leaves are changing color and falling, and it just that Christmas is around the corner. So I think Thanksgiving just gets lumped into being so close to Christmas that I don't know. I feel like October through I think Halloween decorations and Thanksgiving decorations kind of just run into each other.
Yeah.
So I think I'd have the same Christmas, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. But I just thought it was interesting because if you're if you went to a big college or whatever, a lot of these guys they had 4th of July ranked so high because the college years 4th of July just seems probably insane.
What did I do? What I don't even remember.
For 4th.
Yeah, when I moved down here. Up at home, we were never home. We were always at the Lake Berryessa. We were always gone during the summer. We were never home for holidays.
One of the things I wish we celebrated more here, and we used to when I was younger,
You goose too?
was Mardi Gras.
Oh, and that's right before I was going to say, what did I do for 4th of July? I was going to say, now Slow, when they used to have Mardi Gras, went off.
Not just went off. Slow was insane for Mardi Gras. They had to cancel it. That's how people were standing.
Yeah, I was there the last year. I was there for a few years in a row, but the last year when they went ahead and canceled, I thought I was going to die.
When they pulled the helicopters out, roofs were collapsing.
I got separated from my friends. I almost lost my shoe in the... I was like a hot mess. I lost my friends and I had to call my sister to come and get me downtown. Well, I don't remember where she got me at downtown. It was chaos. We walked down with all our friends. That house I always show you, Lincoln Street, when we come off the freeway. When we come off the freeway.
Like underneath the pass?
Yeah, and I told you my friend that got beat up at that liquor store. That house in the corner, we walked from there, and I lost all those people I walked with, and... I'm not into that kind of thing. Like, that scares me. I'm not one. Like, I'm always end up with friends that are about this life. Like, always end up with friends that are, like, in the mix of it all. And I'm always like, oh, no. So even as, younger, I've always been like that mother hen type. Like, oh, this is scary. And I just remember they always protect me too. Like, you always have kind of kept me in a bubble. Like, come on, Jamie. And I just remember I'm out. I lost them. I can't remember whose hand I was holding, but she was gone. It's like done. I'm not even going to try and get back in that craziness. It was like a mosh pit, but like not. I don't know what was happening.
With the people that you hung out with in high school, where do you think that came from? That fear that was instilled?
Well, I didn't have that as much then. Like, I definitely had anxiety and panic attacks when I think back now. Now I'm more aware of what my actions were and stuff. But the people I hung out with, I liked being with that crowd that, like, people were intimidated by. Like, like we would be a group people walking down the street and you would see the older couples on a walk or whatever cross the street to make sure they didn't have to pass us. Like, I liked that feeling of, like...
I get that, but where did it change? Like, when you got, like, being in the crowd like that.
Like, just in general?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, think about that. So that was only a couple years after I moved out of Morgan Hill that I was in Slow running around with that crowd. And obviously, like I said, I think that I've always instilled... I've never been in a situation where, very often where I'm in crowds like that where, I freak out about things. More so now, though, because now my thoughts are always negative, like... there's going to be a freaking shooting or something, and I'm stuck. What's my out? How am I going to protect my family and get out of this? So it's a different kind of fear now than I had then. Back then, I just thought I was going to get trampled and die. Like, I was like, if I fall down, no one's going to know I'm on the ground, and they're just going to walk all over me, So I've always been, I will want to be there, but then I don't want to be there. So I don't know. I don't know when, like, my fear of...
One of our first concerts that we went to was the 420 Festival that Tech 9 was headlining, and she was so nervous because she's like, we're going to get shot.
I've never been to, like, a big... Like, I've been to all kinds of concerts. I've been to, freaking Oakland for concerts, but I never, had been to a big open field festival type of concert with all kinds of different artists, including, like, everything from, reggae to rap to, kind of more rock type stuff. Like, it was such a variety. And then I did get excited in line because who couldn't make it? One of those singers that's old, like, 90s rap person. Was it
before Nate Dogg died or after?
I don't know, but it was somebody who didn't show up that was supposed to be there, and they replaced it with Warren G. And I remember I was so excited because, speaking of the people I hung out with in high school, the girls and I were like Warren G freaks. So as soon as I saw Warren G, and it was funny because Warren G was like one of the older ones that not everybody knew. He came on pretty early on. Yeah. It was still light out. So I was like the only person like super stoked and singing all the words and stuff. And he's like, okay, cool, awesome. But I remember that. I can't remember who was supposed to come, and then he didn't show up, so they replaced him.
Was it Mac 10?
Maybe
Mac 10 or Nate Dogg.
I remember I was more excited that it was Warren G than whoever, I forget, didn't show up, because that was the person that I was like, oh, I know that one.
Maybe it was supposed to be Too Short.
Yeah, I think it was Too Short. Yeah, I think it was Too Short.
And then we get there and it's like 80% white people.
Yeah.
Jamie's like,
Well,
oh.
only that, and I get caught up in the moment, and I end up having a blast. Like,
Yeah.
all my fears would go out the door, and I'm so happy I went, and then I think the following weekend, it was the country one. It was either the weekend before or the weekend after I went to the country festival, and
What was that
was
called?
a blast too.
Because it was a yearly thing, right?
Yeah.
They did the country festival.
And that was a blast too, and ultimately the funny thing was there was more fights at the country one than we saw at at the Higher Grounds was the one
That's
that
what
we
it was
went
called,
to.
Higher Grounds. So
Higher Grounds, and what was the country one though?
Higher Grounds was so fucking hot that day.
It was.
People they did not prepare, because I mean we were there maybe 20 minutes and girls were being dragged, off on a stretcher because they were passed out.
And that was the
there
thing
could
too.
have been other...
The following weekend when I was there again, literally the very next weekend, same location, it was rainy and cold, and we were bundled up, and people were fighting. Like, I don't know if it's a cowboy thing, but they were just brawling right and left. But at the one we went to, I don't know if it was the heat. People were dying from the heat, and obviously drinking. You're drinking to stay hydrated, but you're also drinking alcohol all day long.
And it's a Higher Grounds,
and
so
everybody's high.
smoking.
So even if you don't smoke, you feel like you're smoking, and it's fun though. But it's one of those things, like, once I'm there, I have a good time, and I get beyond like all my what if this and what if that, which is not a good way to live. I have gotten better.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gotten better. I've really been trying to control that instead of letting it control me, because that's what happens. But yeah.
Anyways,
I love concerts.
That's so long ago.
Love concerts.
I'm so bummed that we missed the Kid Cudi at Avila.
Yeah,
Man,
Megan said it was
been...
okay, though. She said we didn't really miss too much. I would have enjoyed it, too, but she said it was all right. Weird crowd.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. But I would have enjoyed that, too. Avila, if you were familiar with where we live at all, like Avila Beach is not only my favorite beach, but there's also the golf course resort, which is where they hold a lot of concerts and outdoor. And it's all an outdoor venue. And it's my absolute favorite venue to go to for concerts, just because I love that outdoor vibe. Even though you're not on the beach, you can, you just have those beach vibes because you can see the beach. And it's awesome. I love it.
They were supposed to do an electric, I forget one of the names, like Lightning in a Bottle or something. One of the big electric festivals was supposed to be at the resort. And it would have been, with the water right there, it would have been massive.
It would have been cool to see.
It would have been cool, but
But yeah, so if you ever need a concert to go to, hopefully we'll have ours. I'm supposed to go. One of the ones I was supposed to go to in April was rescheduled for October. John Party. I only do country concerts with my girlfriends because this one doesn't like country music. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to happen in October either. So
damn.
We'll see.
I know they better not cancel Halloween because everyone's going to be wearing masks trick-or-treating anyways.
I know.
They better let that
and
shit
it lands
go.
on a Saturday, I think, too.
Oh, does it?
I'm pretty sure. Because that's one of the memes going around is you better not cancel, or people say, wear your mask so Halloween doesn't get canceled, because it's on a Saturday or whatever. I don't know. So there other holidays that should be in the mix?
No.
New Year's? New Year's is always exciting.
It's exciting,
supposed
but
to be
it's like...
when you think you're going into a fresh new year, and then it turns into 2020, and it's a shitty show.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm ready for 2020 to be over.
Shit.
And then people are going to go off and bring it in 2021, hoping for better.
Fucking something. Oh, no. Nothing.
What?
I wasn't going to add anything. I'll just wait. Any more holidays you want to touch on?
No.
I think that's it.
Easter.
Fuck Easter. The only thing good about Easter is the candy. The Reese's eggs.
Nice.
Why?
You're going to offend people.
Fuck Easter.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of Easter, ever.
We celebrated it, but we just looked like Jewish pastel crayons in our stupid Easter get-ups when we were younger.
What?
With dummy rubber ducks and stuffed bunnies. Easter's... I was almost going to say a bad word. But, I know, I forgot about that holiday. St. Patrick's Day is just St. Patrick's Day, like Jamie said, reason for people to drink.
All holidays are reason people drink.
True. Yeah. So, let us know what your favorite holiday is. I know you get surprised by a few.
Super Cat has your hair pretties again.
I
Stop
know.
leaving them all over the house.
I don't. He fucking
There's one by the
gets
bed.
them.
He's got another one from out here.
Oh, well. Don't have to buy him toys. So, yeah. Like I said, let us know in the comments what you guys think your favorite holiday is. Do you have a quote or no?
I don't. I don't even think I
Okay.
have anything saved in my phone.
So we're going to finish up because we are taking off for the day. But I have a quote, and it is from my absolute favorite show on Netflix that just ended. So I know I talked about it last time, but that was before I finished the show. So Dark Season 3 is here and it is done. It is amazing what they did with the third season. I didn't think was possible. They connected it in such a way that was still, um, Jamie would look up and she'd ask me a question and I'd tell her and she'd be like, I don't even know why I asked because that just sounds so confusing. But it is so fucking good, and so I think it's still at a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. But this quote is from Adam slash Jonas in the show, and it says, "What we know is a drop. What we do not know is an ocean." And they said that consistently throughout the show, especially in the third season, as everybody was learning about time and the loop and time travel and everything that was going on. And I think this also applies to just us as a society and just human race in general. Like what we know is a drop. What's out there that we don't know is literally an ocean comparative when it comes to, we've only seen or have explored 6% of the ocean. The fact that, there's parts of the ocean that we still can't get to because our technology isn't there is insane. And the fact that, there are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on all of our beaches. It's just what we don't know that's out there is just mind-boggling to kind of think or even fathom. So I wanted to share this quote because the show just ended. It was my favorite show, and I just thought it was fitting. So, and then you just sent me. Did you send me a meme or a quote?
A funny.
A funny. All right. All right.
What happens when you eat aluminum foil?
Oh my God.
What do you? Oh, let me answer it.
Yeah.
You sheet metal. Sheet like shit. You sheet metal.
How did you find this
I don't even know.
stupidness?
I don't know where that came from.
God
I
damn
forget.
it.
I need to remember where I get these from. What happens when you eat aluminum foil? You sheet metal.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was good. That's it. That's all I got. Bum, bum, bum.
All right. Well, everyone, that's all we got for today. We hope you all have a great weekend. Gonna try and think of something fun for episode 30 next weekend. So, yeah, off for our date day / night and no staycation.
Nope, not tonight.
Not tonight. So,
All right, now we're gonna be fighting crowds. It's already 11.
oh well. Her stresses already.
I know.
Worrying
I
about
hate
stuff that.
when we have to park far and walk for 500 miles. All right.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week. Thank you all for tuning in, by the way. Our numbers are continuing to creep up on YouTube, the views and everything, so we really appreciate it. Go and subscribe if you haven't already, and then go follow us on Salty Blowie on Instagram. This last week, we've been trying to do the uptick, whether it's more stories or more funnies that Jamie finds. So go follow us if you're not already, and we thank you all for your support, and we love you. We'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.